Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Group Chat. We got a fun new game show that we're pitching.
Ooh.
You know, I don't know if you heard or not, but Dee has a budding production company.
Yes.
He's got a feature film in the works.
Yep.
And now we're going to go unscripted. We're going to go reality.
Yes.
It's a little bit of American Ninja Warrior mixed with Training Day. So we're going to talk all about it in this episode. Of course, we're going to touch on NFTs and all things that. We have some big news from our friends over at Revolve.
Yes. Huge.
We got a lot.
Yeah.
We got a lot to cover here. We got some hot. This is probably the best weekend of content in the last 9 months.
I'd say since COVID.
Since COVID.
Yeah.
Okay. So we got a hot weekend of content. We're going to end with obviously our content recommendations. Hell of an episode. Who's ready?
I am.
Woo! Me! Woo! Let's do it.
Cash.
Ladies and gentlemen, Group Chat.
Cash.
It's $1 trillion. Hot.
The war is on.
What war?
That woke the room up. I hope that woke up our listeners. The war's fucking on, man. We're at war.
Here we are.
You got to pick a side.
Taliban or?
No.
Oh.
You might think Trump or Biden. No. You might think BLM, Capital. No. Drake, Kanye.
Wow.
The war is on, and the battle is being waged on billboards across major cities in a town near you.
The biggest winner of the battle is probably Clear Channel selling billboards to these two
can
guys.
you imagine that line item for 2 album drops?
So you got to pick a side. You know,
You got to.
There's a couch for 3 of us, and only one of us is on Drake's Instagram feed.
Wow.
Wow.
So you
pulled
know
that
where I
card.
stand.
You pulled that card, huh? And you got the shirt on.
Yeah.
You're wearing a certified crypto boy shirt.
Yes.
Okay, so we know where Anand stands. And I just want to keep in mind, Anand came in hot with Drake double the numbers of Kanye. And it looks like, last I saw, Kanye's projected to do like 350. So
That's it?
Yeah, that's what I saw.
Wow.
Double's easy.
700.
This is like, late stage growth, pre-IPO, 2x it.
The other thing I noticed is that like Kanye's presence on Apple Music isn't that great. Like it's kind of like any big album. You know Drake is going to be like the whole...
Full takeover, yeah.
So we're going to push streams from every which way. The point is I'm Team Drake by far.
Yeah.
Where do you stand though? Because I'm not so sure about your loyalties. I know you spent some private time with Kanye advising.
Yes.
I see you wearing Yeezys a lot.
I don't own one pair of Yeezys.
I'm not sure. I saw you talking about Balenciaga merch. I don't know. Where do you stand?
Drum roll, please. I'm going with the Six God.
Woo! Unanimous.
I just feel the rollout for Drake's album is just fucking incredible.
But what, you didn't like 7 album release parties?
If Kanye had done the Atlanta release party and dropped the album,
Agreed.
I would actually say his rollout was like more unique and better done.
I agree.
The thing is Drake's is like very concentrated. It's like, here's my like a very traditional marketing plan.
Yeah.
We're gonna do this. I'm gonna drop this Instagram. I'm gonna say I don't miss what's the t-shirt?
I don't miss Not Alone You. Or...
Let alone miss you.
Yeah. But he also, you know what else he did is in every city
Yes.
where he has features from a local,
Yeah.
he puts, Dear Chicago, Lil Durk is on the album. Dear New York, The GOAT is on the album.
So that's in New York City?
Yeah.
Who is that?
I think we both know who that is.
Jay-Z?
Fat Joe. Jay-Z.
Yeah.
Jay-Z's on the album.
Is that confirmed?
Well, I mean, who's the GOAT? That'd be disrespectful.
I mean, it was either Jay-Z or Nas. Or
maybe I was just disrespectful.
I mean,
it's gotta be Jay-Z. New York, you referenced the GOAT?
Yeah.
Or do you know something I don't?
No, I don't.
Because you're friends with one of the GOATs.
I don't know.
I think we would have heard if it was Nas by now.
Okay. So I think it's the GOAT. I think it's Jay-Z. LA, we got Giveon, which is great.
And Ty Dolla $ign?
Ty Dolla $ign. It's great.
Okay.
Ty Dolla $ign's a secret hit machine that people don't talk about.
I don't think it's secret. I think everyone knows.
Yeah. Yeah, well, everyone like in music, I don't know if mainstream people know as much, but yeah, he's a hit machine.
Right.
Machine.
I just would have liked to see like LA come out a little stronger. Nothing against those guys.
It should have been Kendrick.
Kendrick is on the album. Or Nipsey Hussle.
Yeah.
Get an old verse. I don't know. But
Yeah.
whatever. It's okay. LA's,
Okay.
having a rough time right now.
So I like.
yes, sorry.
I like the billboard rollout is incredible.
Yeah.
I like the miss whatever the saying
Whatever it
is.
is, yep.
It's good.
A little, we're not really strangers.
It is. I was thinking about that.
I don't mean to
District.
toot any horns around here,
Yeah.
but I just think there might be some influence.
Yes, definitely.
No diss. I just think that maybe I don't know.
Inspired.
Maybe you see it out in the world and you're like, hey, I like that.
Yeah, it did feel very weird, not really strangers.
Yeah, sorry for
And then the other thing I like about it, which makes it more exciting, is there's no songs out yet.
Yeah.
I think that's actually a good move too.
I totally agree. Good point.
That we have
singles.
no idea what to expect.
Yeah.
Like what type of mood is it going to be? Like
Good point.
R&B? Was it going to be high energy? Like you're going to be, because like in Kanye's thing, we heard it for 2 months. Like we heard the album.
You literally heard every revision of it for the last month.
Yeah. So, which I get, that process was also cool and creative. But this is like, we literally don't know what we're getting.
And think about how long it's been.
Yeah.
Drake went on a crazy run like 4 years ago where there was just nonstop Drake. Everything was number one. And then he pretty much stopped for like
Yeah.
a couple of years.
Yeah.
So what's his new sound?
Yeah. I don't know. And then I think we talked about it in the last episode, but the Damien Hirst album cover, Fire.
The pregnant women?
Yeah. Damien Hirst ended up doing that.
Oh.
Yeah. And so,
I thought we were just playing with emojis.
and then you take the inspiration of that, what
Well,
Damien Hirst is doing in, what are you saying?
No, but he posted the certified lover boy with all the emojis and then with no tag. And then later that night, he tagged Damien Hirst. So it was like kind of a
Reveal?
like a tease.
Yeah, I got
And
it.
then everyone's like, what is this?
Yeah.
And then he just secretly went later in the night and tagged Damien Hirst.
Got it,
and then
got it.
everyone's like, oh shit.
Which also, the reason why I like that connection is Damien Hirst has an NFT that is on fire.
Right now?
Yes. That dropped a month ago.
What is it?
It's called The Currency.
Nice.
And it's like a series of his kind of artwork. And so it kind of ties back into like the crypto world.
Yeah.
So I just feel like, I don't know, it's well executed.
Plus he's so good at the like tying in social media culture
Yeah.
to his album rollouts.
Yeah.
You know, like if you checked most used emoji in the next week, it's pregnant woman,
Yes.
maybe pregnant man,
Yeah.
depending on what you like.
I mean, you just saw all the celebrities, everyone did their version of it.
Yeah.
Like I saw Dr. Phil did a version of it.
Yeah.
I think Lil Nas X did it.
And now everyone's doing their own versions of the billboards.
Yes.
So like dear, then they'll fill it in.
Yeah.
Thank you or whatever.
That's so fucking good.
It's so good.
Yeah, I mean, just from a zeitgeist standpoint, I just feel like Drake is...
Nobody does it better.
Yeah.
From a fashion and like art perspective, I think no one does it better than Kanye.
Yeah.
But from a pop culture, like the tone of the
The world.
pop culture world, no one does it better than Drake.
Yeah.
No one's done it better since 2008.
Yeah.
I mean,
You're right.
he hasn't missed in 13 years.
You're right. Well, I wish someone was here to go. Any of you guys disagree?
I agree with your sentiment. I'm still Team Kanye. on
Oh my
this.
God.
Gen Z loves Kanye.
Why,
You know
why
what?
does Gen Z think Kanye can't do any wrong?
No, you can do wrong.
He invited Trump to his thing and got shined.
Trump
Oh,
said
this
no.
is true.
He
No,
invited Trump to
I forgot about the
Chicago.
Trump. No, I forgot about the Trump
Album released and got
aspect.
shined. You don't care.
So not
Everyone
only did he
forgets about
show
the
up
Trump
to the
stuff.
Oval Office while Trump was in office, he got
Yeah.
dissed by him when he's out of office.
You don't even care.
No, you're right. I'll take it back.
So you Team Drake now?
I'm Team Drake.
Okay, good. Good
Yeah.
conversation. Glad we could clear that up.
You're bullying people.
Okay, so tonight's the night. We'll see what happens.
Yes. And so in honor of that, we decided to drop a shirt
Yes.
in the spirit of crypto being the hottest thing, NFT being the hottest thing, Drake being the hottest thing.
Yeah.
We decided to make a t-shirt.
The world's hottest t-shirt.
World's hottest t-shirt, certified crypto boy.
As seen here, modeled on the one and only Anand Moneybags Murthy.
I literally wanted him to wear it because there's nothing more than he loves more than Drake
Yep.
and crypto.
That's true.
That's true.
This is why
This is where worlds collide. This
Yes.
is.
That's why
yeah.
I was like, Anand, I found you the perfect
You
shirt.
might get that tattooed.
I'm in the market for a new
Certified
tattoo.
crypto
There you go.
boy.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're selling it actually. So head
When's
over.
that dropping? Now?
Yeah, tonight.
Okay.
Melrose Place Co. melroseplace.com or melroseplace.co. One of those, I think.
melroseplaceco.com.
Okay.
There you go. And then it'll be on our social media. You'll see the art.
Yeah.
Check out the video. You'll see the clips.
And if we sell 1 million of them, I will buy
You should get
an
tattooed.
NFT. What?
If you sell 1 million shirts,
Yeah.
you should get a certified
If we
crypto
sell 1
blade
million
tattoo.
shirts, we all get tattoos
No, I was going
The
to
whole
buy
group
an NFT.
with the money.
Yeah, go
Okay.
buy a $28 million.
Yeah. And we'll get tattoos. 1 million t-shirts
1 million t-shirts, you need
on
a
like
tattoo.
a random drop
It
celebrating
doesn't
some
hurt.
guy's album.
It doesn't hurt, D. Don't worry.
It's not that it hurts. It's just permanent. What if I'm not into crypto?
Because you sold 1 million t-shirts. That's why.
Yeah,
that's
it's
permanent. The revenue from
Off of a podcast celebrating an artist album that we're not even
Okay,
working.
fine. I'll
Okay.
do his fucking tattoo.
NFT and tattoo.
Did Woodley ever get the I Love Jake Paul tattoo?
No.
He didn't.
He tried to flip it and say, okay, I'll get the tattoo if you do a rematch.
Yeah.
He tried to continue the bet. And Jake said, sure, but I don't know why he would fight him again.
Right.
Why would you fight him again?
He just knows Jake won't fight him again. So he's like, why would I get
No.
the tattoo?
He's trying to entice him to fight him again because for Tyron, it's like, oh, I could beat him the next time and I'm never going to make that much money in one stop ever again.
Yep.
So fight me again, bro. Fight me again. No, it'd be stupid.
Yep.
Okay, Lil Nas X. I didn't know this. Came up working at Taco Bell.
Yeah.
You know, everyone has their humble beginning jobs. His was Taco Bell. Looks like he's back.
Got a job at Taco Bell.
Back to Taco Bell.
Yeah.
So is the music not doing well? The dancing in the showers thing didn't go over so well. Why is he back at Taco Bell?
He announced, I officially work at Taco Bell again. Life has come full circle.
Wow.
First job in high school was Taco Bell. Great place to start. He's now 22 years old and he's back at Taco Bell as Chief Impact Officer.
Little different than Chief Hard Taco Maker. So what's he do? What's Impact Officer?
I think it's kind of, so the way they're positioning Taco Bell is a way to unlock opportunities for young people.
Yep.
I mean,
So is this like equality type, inclusivity type stuff?
I think it's part of that, but I actually think it's more about really just job creation, creating like opportunities for current employees around Taco Bell. So I don't think it's about that particularly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
And-
basically Lil Nas X is also partnering with the Taco Bell Foundation, announcing awards to the recipients of the Live Moss Scholarship. A total of $7 million was awarded to 725 students in 2021.
I mean, just from a pure marketing angle,
Good hire.
it's a great hire. I mean, a lot of these things are ceremonial in terms of the title, but like I think they're important because there's probably, there's not many people. You can't get Travis Scott because he's McDonald's.
Yeah.
So
Well, plus, like, if you're trying to go for, like, if they are taking an inclusivity angle,
yeah,
there's nobody better,
yeah.
you know?
Taco Bell has been very innovative in marketing. When Snapchat launched, they had an incredible Snapchat page
Yeah.
that was like fun and like engaging.
Mhm.
And that was before any other like big company, big brand
They
was.
crushed Instagram, too.
Yeah.
Do they still do that?
I don't see it pop up as much.
Remember they were,
I don't see anything on Instagram.
there was like a phase, maybe that person quit.
yeah,
There was a phase where their Snapchat and Instagram was on fire, probably better than any other brand.
that person probably got a nice big job and moved on. Went
Flipping
to Wendy's.
NFTs now.
The Instagram algorithm is so stupid. We had a conversation about Jaden Smith, and I was like, I haven't seen Jaden Smith on my feed in years.
Yep.
And I went and looked, and I follow him.
Wow.
It's so stupid. You just didn't engage enough.
Yeah,
It's so dumb. And they're trying to charge Jaden to reach you.
right.
Don't be charging, Jaden.
It's stupid, bro. That's why TikTok is the best thing ever.
It really is. I just can't
We're
get out
famous
of
on TikTok in 2 months.
It's
They're
crazy.
showing us that people don't even give a shit about us.
I had a meeting yesterday, and we're waiting for the other two folks to join us. And the guy's like, honestly, bro, I see your face like 14 times a day on TikTok.
Me too.
For you page, for you. I don't get served our content though.
Jama,
I
you
do.
still haven't
Well, I
messed
follow
up my feed. I'm all fun and laughs.
It's fucked up. I know. I swear it's coming. I just got to say, I'm going to send you like 3 of them in a row. This is what keeps happening. I'll be honest. I get on TikTok probably every 2 or 3 days. I go and I see them, but I'm like, that one's not good enough. I really want to give on in like a good jump start.
Yeah.
Because mine's just dancing, fun.
No, I'm fucking it up. It's
Little
over.
Bieber. I get a lot of Bieber, weirdly.
Yeah, after
everything.
I think we know what we heard how you acted.
Yeah. They saw this fucking guy like
Oddly,
Kid Leroy.
so strangely enough, I keep getting served Justin Bieber.
Yeah. The one I get the most of is the one goes dun dun dun, and you know they're doing the hand thing.
Yep,
and it's
Tell me like 3 things.
oh my
whatever.
god, that's all I get. I only get that,
And
I
then the
still
moment
watch
you
all
see
of
it, you
them.
got to skip. That's the problem. That's the problem.
You want to hear the next question?
Yeah, I wouldn't. And then I'm like, okay, well, now I'm curious.
That's why they know. They
Yeah.
know you better than you know
Yeah.
you. They're like, oh, this idiot falls for this every
Yeah.
time. Give him another one. Yeah. That's why. I mean, literally, I have never gotten hit up about anything on social media in the last 8 years as much as I get hit up currently from people I know about group chat content.
It's crazy.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
They will force us to gain new fans.
Yeah.
Instagram, you got to pay to maybe reach your ones that actually want to see you.
And Jaden Smith is a bona fide star, and I'm not getting fed his content. I
Serve
follow
it
him.
up.
Even Drake stuff, I had to go to his page to see it. And everyone's like, oh, Drake's coming out.
So stupid. Well, hopefully we make a change, or maybe TikTok just takes over the world and we all work for China. Okay. Next up, let's go down depressing lane. Anyone want to get depressed for a second?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, let's do a quick toe dip into depression, and then we'll come back to happy stuff.
All right.
Ida, hurricane, hit Louisiana super hard. Now it's in New York, oddly, like
Yeah.
really strong.
Yeah.
So hit Louisiana really hard, like really hard. Crazy flooding, deaths, obviously power out in the whole area. And then, yeah, like I said, like now it's made its way all the way up the Northeast. It's in New York. You see the videos of the subways flooding.
Streets are flooded.
Yeah,
They
there are deaths. It's pretty gnarly. This is the second one back to back that New York got hit with.
And in New Jersey, I saw a video of like, it looked like a tornado.
It was a tornado, yeah.
Which is insane. I mean, it's pretty crazy. I don't know when's hurricane season? It's usually September in the
I
Southeast.
think it's now.
I think with climate change, it's now year round.
Yeah.
Because I think Ida, what I read was that it was unusually hot temperatures in the Gulf that created Ida as way more powerful than a typical hurricane would.
Yeah, I think we extended the season for sure, but I think it's now.
And if you think about like America's largest city has banned all travel for a few hours. So like New York City at 5 a.m. on September 2nd, banned travel. Streets, everything.
Subway, bridges.
Everything.
Wow.
All non-emergency vehicles must be off New York City streets and highways. This is New York City. Imagine being in New York City. Have you ever seen New York City empty?
Mm-mm.
You were just there.
Not empty. Full to the brim. I mean, even during COVID, it looked empty-ish,
Yeah.
but not empty.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know, man. It's just, that's what's crazy to me is I didn't even realize New York was at risk. I thought this was like going to hit Louisiana pretty tough, but I didn't know it would make it all the way up there and still be that strong by the time it got up there.
It's crazy.
And you got tornadoes coming in from New Jersey. It's gnarly.
Really crazy.
Okay. Well, there we go. Back to, obviously, thoughts with everyone there. I'm sure a lot of our listeners are there. So write us, tell us how it is.
Stay safe.
Give us updates. If you have any videos or stuff like that, maybe we could post on our social and let people know what's going on. But shout out to you guys. Stay safe.
Yep.
Okay, we're back. Ford.
Mm-hmm.
This is depressing for Ford, but I don't mind it so much. Ford sales have declined 33% in August.
Yep.
Because it turns out, as we've said before, what really happened was Moderna and Pfizer bought up all the chips. And so now we're having problems with things like cars, and there's a huge chip shortage. So we've heard about like lumber shortages.
We need to post that on TikTok. That would do really, really well.
Viral. I'd have a following. My following tomorrow would be like, yes, tell them. So totally kidding, guys.
Yeah.
Conspiracy joke.
Yeah.
But no, there is a shortage of chips. It has nothing to do with vaccines, but it is really hurting production for cars.
So here's a crazy number. Dealers only have about 942,000 vehicles in inventory for retail sale. 2 years ago, exact same period, they had 3 million.
Whoa. That's dealers in the country.
Yes.
That's total inventory.
Yes.
Wow. And that's all because of, so the whole car, you have this big ass car, it's all halted because of the chip.
Maybe make some cars without chips.
Go back to the old school.
Yeah.
We saw what you did with the Model T.
Yeah. It moved. It took you from point A to point B.
We've been doing it for years.
What are those chips doing anyways?
No chip in there. That thing's just telling you, your tires are low. Let's go back to guessing.
It's consistent. When I went to the dealership like 3 months ago, they typically have 600 cars on a lot, and they said they have 150.
I mean, I remember my Ford Tempo in high school, no chip, totally fine.
Yeah.
They didn't have chips in 89 when that thing was made. You looked at the tires, they look good, you're fine.
Yeah. I mean, someone needs to come out with a car technology free.
Agreed.
Old school.
Analog. You know how people like film cameras?
Yeah.
Like, I shoot film and I drive analog.
I honestly think that shit would pop off now. Like, I'm tech free.
You know how people like flip phones?
Yeah.
There's a whole thing.
Yeah.
So the chip shortage.
If you're really rich. You doesn't even have an odometer or nothing.
Like, I just listen to my shit. If it's rattling, there's a problem in there.
The chip shortage is going to cost the global automotive industry $110 billion in revenue in 2021.
I mean,
here's my question. Go ahead, sorry.
Go ahead.
I wonder if you added up, let's say through the third quarter or fourth quarter of this year, total losses caused by shortages, what that number is.
I mean, if automotive is 100-something billion, let's assume that's the biggest. Then you take
400?
At least.
Because every industry is affected by some sort of shortage, even if it's just shipping.
Yeah.
It's pretty crazy.
It's really crazy, and it doesn't seem like anything's changing for a while.
That's the problem.
So
there's no progress being made.
So for sure, the chip shortage, people are saying at least 1 to 2 years.
1 to 2 years?
Yeah, they're saying 2023.
Yeah.
What's causing the shortage? Chinese manufacturing?
Yeah, it originally started because factories were getting shut down because of COVID, and it's just backed up.
And then the demand just went berserk last year.
Plus, they're still kind of like managing like work crew sizes, right? Isn't that part of the problem? Is it still you have to kind of do some distancing? You're trying to manage not having another outbreak?
Well, I would assume there's a lot of chip manufacturing that happens outside of China, like Taiwan and places like that. And they are dealing with different COVID issues than that China is, because there's different rules there. So I'm sure COVID still has something to do with the shortage. But I think it's just a cascading impact of like COVID, then worker shortage, then over outsized demand, all of that coming into one big like.
We know a person who manufactures in Indonesia, and they have a production manager in Indonesia. And a few weeks ago, their production manager died of COVID.
Holy shit.
No way.
So that's like, there was like an outbreak in Indonesia.
That's right.
Obviously slowed down production. Their fucking production manager died. And like that. So
that's happening.
That's happening.
Wow.
Can we revisit? Has your worker in the Philippines come out of prison yet? Or
we hired someone else.
So we have no idea if this person's back.
Who?
No.
Oh, your guy.
Yeah. He's gone.
That was a fake positive.
Yeah, we've moved on.
So you have no idea his well-being. He could just be in a concentration
the company
camp.
that connected us said they can't get a hold of him.
No.
Yes.
I bet he went to one of those video game factories.
Yeah.
Maybe Ken hired him.
Yeah. He's like, fuck this job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The other thing is like, if you're in manufacturing, Chinese New Year is always a tricky time of the year. If you don't get goods in like, let's call it December, I don't think you get goods till like April.
This year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, there'll be a shot of goods that come in December and then fuck out of here for everybody else.
I really don't think people in America have a grasp of what's going on in Asia. Like, they are still shut down. Vietnam, lockdown. Philippines, lockdown. Singapore, curfews. Like, Indonesia, I'm sure, is on lockdown. I don't know. But if a production manager is dying, I'm assuming they have, like...
Plus China, no idea.
China, no idea.
No clue.
When is this part of the world, which has the most people, ever getting back to normal?
I don't know, because I do kind of get the impression that they're trying to like get to zero, which is so hard.
Yeah.
Well, because they don't have the therapeutics to treat COVID. We'll get to your loser about all these amazing therapeutics, but
got a new
that's
recipe
a tease.
for
That's
you.
a tease.
Got a new stew, fresh. It's a celebrity endorsed cocktail. I don't know, man. It really feels to me like I mean, definitely years.
Every one of these countries still, it's 14-day quarantine and government mandated hotels. Like, who would go to Asia unless you were going there to make money?
Yeah. I agree. I have no idea, but I think it's really messy for a long time.
Yeah.
Okay. You want to know what there's no shortage of? Crime.
Yep.
Especially here in the United States at the moment. We're just, things are amped up a little bit. I will say, because this could help some of our listeners, I also got some intel from a friend who lives in the Melrose area that said that one of the two ways that people, because there's a new video. Have you seen this video of a guy standing outside on Melrose, outside of a Shoe Palace type place, whatever. He's holding a bag. He's talking to two girls. A car pulls up. Two guys jump out with guns to rob him. The guy drops his bags, pulls his own gun out of his own waistband, shoots both the guys and runs away.
Wow.
And the other guys run away.
No way.
Middle of the day on Melrose.
When?
Recent, I don't know, last month.
Oh, I've seen that video.
It's insane.
I've seen the video.
So anyway, my friend told me that one of the things that people do is they ride up and down the street on bird scooters looking for people with Rolexes or cash. And if they see someone, then they call the group to come follow them or rob them. Or they actually hang out in some of these shoe places or places where people are spending a lot of money, and they look around to see who's paying cash.
Yeah.
So if a kid pulls out a wad, they're like, oh, that's the guy. Okay, guy in a certified crypto boy shirt walking out, and they got you. It's like a full operation on Melrose. You know what I mean?
It probably starts at Cookies and goes all the way to La Brea?
Cookies to La Brea, yeah.
Cookies, for people who don't know, is pretty much La Cienega and Melrose to La Brea and Melrose. So you're talking 3 miles of a crime syndicate.
Yeah, it is. And I think it's a real operation. I think it's you're in there and you're in if you have cash or expensive things, your risk is high.
Organized crime
through the roof. So let me introduce you to Ben Dugan.
Yeah.
So before we get off Melrose, I'm assuming there's just no repercussions for these stick-ups. Mm-hmm. So that's why they realize, hey, this is a great business.
Your boy Gascon.
It's a free-for-all right now, I think. It's just the Wild West. And you have your newfound crypto or weed money. You're trying to go get some shoes. This guy's trying to rob you. That's trying to happen. You're trying to... There's a whole little world.
This is GOAT and StockX should be using this for customer acquisition. They should be running ads.
Yes,
why are you buying shoes on Melrose when you could do it safely from your mobile phone?
Because I don't think anyone cares. I drive at Melrose all the time. It's slammed.
But I'll tell you what, if I was
Have you changed your route? You said you typically...
Yeah, absolutely. I haven't been there in months. I go fucking Wilshire to Rossmore.
Highland is Highland
to Vine. Rossmore turns into Vine. I'm way out of the way.
Park,
yeah, you don't see me. Okay, Ben Dugan. We could send him over to Melrose. He'd clean this up in a second.
The whole thing.
Okay, Ben Dugan works for CVS, and his job is to battle a $45 billion crime spree that's going on at CVS as we speak.
Well, it's all of retail in general is $45 billion. Oh. And so...
It seemed like a lot, but I was like, I've seen the videos. Yeah. They're grabbing all the body wash.
I think we need I keep going back to Melrose because it's just something we've been around our entire adulthood. Yeah. And we've even had a pop-up there.
We had a showroom there for a year.
Yeah. We need Jason just pull up in his car just taking footage.
We should send Jason with a fake Rolex.
Yeah.
See if he lives to tell the story.
And a mic and a camera and just be like, here's what it's like.
Rolex with cash falling out of his pocket.
Remember the fake cash we used to have
with those shoes, the Back to the Future Nikes.
The moment one foot steps out of the car, there's a gun. Those things are like 12 grand. Yeah. We should do that.
You can be famous,
I will sacrifice the shoes.
You rock the
I'll do it for the content.
If you rock a mic and a GoPro and those shoes, I'll sacrifice the shoes for the content.
See how long you last. Start at Cookies and just start walking.
You start at Cookies, and if you make it to La Brea, you get to keep the shoes.
Well, the shoes are gone either way. He's either keeping them or
I'll do it for the content.
Yeah. That'd be the best YouTube video.
Oh my God.
I think you'd legit go viral.
Probably. I don't know if you wouldn't be sacrificing the shoes, you'd be sacrificing me.
Yeah. Well, I don't think you die. I don't think you die. You can't fight back.
Right, if you resist,
Yeah.
Someone just going to say, hey, give me your shoes. And you say no, then you're going to die.
You're just gonna look down the barrel of a couple guns. You're gonna politely take your shoes off.
Well, then we can go and see Jonathan. We can get trained, and then I'll go do it.
Then you die.
Yeah, and then
The problem is
then
that
they'll think you're
you need more than 40 hours.
Yeah.
You're gonna have multiple.
You need a 400 hours on that one.
The cookies to La Brea challenge. That should be the new TikTok.
How expensive of an item can you make it?
Can you make it through?
Cookies to La Brea.
Can you
And the
wear?
winner, if you win, you get to keep it.
Yeah. Like we'll buy people luxury goods.
You're just
We'll
sponsoring
get you a full Balenciaga outfit.
Yes.
Okay, here you go. Buy a bag of weed.
Yep.
And now start walking.
And there you go. And we'll see you at
This is
fucking
incredible.
Chipotle.
No,
If
no
you meet
running.
us at
if you
Chipotle
get
on La Brea and
we'll
Melrose.
buy you lunch and you keep your outfit. We do 2 a day.
And we have like a ticker tape. Like you're the first place like in
We
a
could have the
marathon.
hottest fucking Twitch or whatever it is. Oh man. And you could have brands sponsor it.
Yeah.
Like, yo, give me donate.
Saint Laurent.
Yeah.
You guys want to get to Gen Z?
Integration.
Here you go.
Start charging 50 grand.
Yeah. Oh, Jimmy didn't make it.
You
this
lose
time.
a few. We lost another one. Oh my god, it's so fucked up. All right.
It's a comedy show.
I
We
think
should
it
be in the
would work.
comedy section.
I think it would work.
This was
Yeah.
amazing.
It's like
But
American
anyways-
Ninja Warrior, but
What's really going on is there's insane amount of crime that's happening at retail.
Mhm.
The thing that I didn't realize that this Wall Street Journal article is saying, it's actually organized crime. It's not just homeless people stealing 1 or 2 things.
Oh.
It's in Northern California alone. Obviously, those are most relaxed laws. In CVS's and all those stores, $50 million was stolen.
But it doesn't look, I've seen the videos, it doesn't look very organized. It's like 2 people with trash bags scooping things into their.
I mean, that's pretty organized if you have a trash bag.
so that's the bar for organized is very low.
I think the organized part is somebody is masterminding and telling these people
Yeah.
to go in.
Plus, they're probably like reselling these items.
Yeah,
They
so
have
they're
to be,
reselling
right?
them on Amazon.
Oh, that's organized.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, because your margin's 100%. If your cost of goods is free,
Yeah.
doesn't
Well-
matter if you sell.
Well, your cost
there's
of goods is
labor.
probably bail once every.
no, but under
8
$1,000
robberies.
is the hustle. You don't get arrested. They can't arrest you.
They
Legally,
can't.
they cannot arrest you
So there's no cost.
under $1,000.
So your cost of goods is trash bags.
Yes.
Yes.
Great.
And you have to pay off the criminal.
Okay, they're delivering it back home.
Yeah.
You're just giving it. Oh, so you don't think the actual people on the ground are the flippers?
They're the guys on the bird spotter.
Mm.
They're the lookout.
Okay, got it. But man, 50 million of body wash and deodorant?
Yeah,
That's
and-
impressive.
It's pretty crazy how like I don't know, like so CVS has hired this guy Dugan to help with this, but like one of the ways they did it was apparently at Home Depot, they had a GPS tracker on some of their goods because they noticed something was getting stolen and they were able to actually locate something. But I just and the way they actually ended up tracking down when the FBI got involved was there was someone had an Amazon storefront that sold $5 million between 2018 and 2020 of fucking stolen goods.
5 million?
Yes. The amount of fraud that happens just in life is just insane. Insane.
Yeah, that's insane. But I have to believe that if you had a graph of, let's just say, United States fraud in the previous 10 years versus the last 2, it has to have skyrocketed.
Yeah. So even this, they said they estimated retail theft sales a decade ago was $30 billion. Now it's $45 billion. That's 10 years. Because the other thing is it's not just easier, forget the law changing, which makes it easier to steal these things. It's easier to sell them.
That's true.
That's the biggest thing. You could just, anyone can open an
Where are you
Amazon
going to
store.
go before?
Maybe Amazon should start asking a question. Are you a criminal?
Imagine if you checked yes.
I mean, I bet you if you put it there, there would be, some people might mistake it. I was a criminal. Just
Now,
say,
I'm legal.
I'm legal. But
Yesterday,
people-
criminal. Today, legal business.
Yes.
Yeah, it's so gnarly. I just feel like, do you think that Gavin Newsom, is there any chance he gets recalled?
So the vote is next week, right? No,
Well,
2 weeks.
I already got my mail-in ballot.
Yeah. What'd you vote?
You voted for Larry Elder or what?
It's It's like
rather
people
not
with the
share.
vaccine. It's my personal choice.
Yeah, you're one of those guys now. I see. That's usually what happens when you check Trump.
Certified pussy boy over here.
Certified Republican boy. But I feel like
Did you vote? Are you voting?
Is there like a day where like I can go do what I did for the?
Yeah, I think it's
No, I'll
do that.
I'll be upfront with what I did. I voted no on the recall.
and then you have to pick someone anyways.
Oh.
Yes.
Who'd you pick?
Kanye
I
West.
forgot.
So
You should wrote in Drake.
Drake.
My wife opens up the ballot and she wanted to just read all what was going on, and then each candidate writes down like their reason for running.
Oh,
I mean, like Angeline is running. You know, the lady on the
yep,
billboards,
Sure do.
and it just says like her occupation, billboards.
Here's
actress.
It says that?
Yes.
It says billboards.
Yes.
Like
And
I'm
then
on
there's-
billboards.
There's one guy that just said lover. I mean, it's fucking chaos.
here's
Caitlyn
I
on
can
there?
tell you.
Yes.
I can tell you exactly why I voted no on the recall. It was a couple reasons. One, there was no viable second candidate. I didn't think anyone that was presented as an alternative.
I'm voting Angeline. Just
You must have skimmed over Caitlyn.
Yeah.
Skimmed over a bunch of people.
Angelina.
I mean, Larry Elder is a disaster. Give me a break.
Let me say, of all your time living here, who have you seen more often than Angeline in traffic? I mean, that girl's
Nobody.
working.
So you think I should just have?
I voted no, but then Angeline, just in case he does get
She's in
recalled.
these streets. She knows
Yeah.
what's going on.
Yeah, I've seen her car everywhere.
Once a week, I see her.
I don't see Larry Elder or Gavin Newsom anywhere.
Never once.
No, I see Angeline everywhere.
So as inept as Gavin Newsom has been,
Yeah.
I think the alternatives are even more inept.
Yeah.
And then here's actually,
That's the problem in general.
here's the other argument was that Dianne Feinstein's very old.
Yeah.
So if she leaves for health issues or whatnot, and you have a non-democratic senator,
Mhm.
the Senate flips. And then I saw David Sachs tweet, the state legislator can actually make a law that it has to be the same party. And Mitch McConnell did this in Kentucky
Uh-huh.
to make sure if the governorship switched that it stays Republican.
Uh-huh.
I don't trust our state legislator to be savvy enough to do
I
that.
agree.
No, they're dummies.
I agree. Yeah, I think you probably did the right thing.
The other thing we also have to keep in mind is like, we all obviously no one likes Gavin Newsom, right? Like,
No,
Great
it's just,
hair.
when does this stuff end? That's my question.
what stuff?
Like, how can you just literally have the Wild West on Melrose
Yeah,
and there's no repercussions?
I mean that's not his responsibility, is it?
That's Garcetti.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying someone's got to,
Yeah. Hey, look, I think
who's going to lay down the,
I think the challenge
Enough's
is that there are so many issues in this state. Clearly, he's inept. I agree with that. The other issue is we don't really know these other people. None of these are career politicians, which is maybe a good thing. But given what I just saw happen in Texas with abortion rights,
Yeah.
it's just scary. If you even for fun say, "Hey, fuck it, recall this
Yeah,
motherfucker,"
that's the
and then
problem.
and then all of a sudden, like some crazy law changes here.
I mean, the Terminator wasn't so bad, was he?
He terminated a lot of jobs.
A lot of progress.
Yeah.
I still don't.
I'm here to terminate progress.
And I know we talked about
I'll give you
this.
real quickly. Perfect example. I voted in that recall,
Yeah.
and I was like, "Fuck it, Arnold Schwarzenegger. That's
You
kind
did
of
it?
funny." And look what happened.
Yeah, you have blood on your
I
hands.
would.
Yeah.
I still don't get how. I know we've talked about this, and you've made the argument, drama, that no one just wants to do this. Being the governor of California, the 7th biggest economy in the world, is a big thing.
Yeah.
How did one competent person decide?
Do you know how? Look, you have fires. You got COVID.
No,
you
I
got-
get it all, but like,
why would you want that job?
I think the more you need someone competent, the less someone competent wants to do it. Like the crazier it gets where you need the help, the more anyone, I mean, I agree with you in a sense that I can't believe there's not one person who's competent and willing to do it, willing to dedicate their lives to the mess. But I understand it. Why
Yeah.
would you ever want to do
Like,
that? It's a terrible job. And it just looks like it's getting worse and worse and worse.
That's why I think, like, imagine we love capitalism here. Why don't we make politics incentive based
I totally agree.
by certain standards where, like, if education levels are at this, if poverty and crime are at this level, and
Yeah.
surplus is here, you get $10 million.
I couldn't agree more.
The mayor, you get $5 million.
Because here's the problem. Most of these politicians are getting that money anyway.
Yeah.
Just from a different route that's not based on incentives for the people.
Yeah.
Because that's what Singapore does. You make a shitload of money if you're a politician.
They should be rich. I want to see Gavin Newsom riding down Wilshire in a Rolls Royce.
Yeah.
If it's safe to walk outside.
Yeah.
He should do the cookies challenge.
Yeah.
Go do it in your Rolls Royce. Show us how safe it is,
How
Gavin.
safe it is, yeah.
Old Gav.
Yeah.
Grab a Pinot from French Laundry and stroll down Melrose.
Dripped in Balenciaga head to toe with some Travis Scott Jordans.
Yeah.
And good luck, motherfucker.
Yeah, we're in a pickle. I don't know. But it just seems like there's the crime thing, and obviously 45 billion and the stuff going on at CVS, and it's just really crazy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nothing's crazier than this, though.
Nothing is crazier than this. When you want to talk about an absolute robbery, NFTs.
Yep.
We're talking about NFTs here, and we've been talking about them a lot. How's our feedback been, by the way? Because we've been pretty like, well, at least the last episodes I was on, like we were pretty like, we don't know what the fuck's going on.
Yeah.
People are okay with it?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, in the continuing of that, one of the Bored Ape NFTs, which is one of the ones we talked about the other day, just sold for over $2 million, which breaks the record for the highest, not the highest NFT, the highest Bored Ape sale. Yeah. So let's not be ridiculous.
Yeah. By the way, we just mentioned several days ago that Steph Curry had just bought his first ape for $180,000. Obviously, this is not the same ape, but the speed at which this madness is going is just insane. The Sotheby's auction for Bored Ape starts today.
Wow.
It's madness, and it's not stopping. Like I just don't know how real it is that these transactions are happening by like not people colluding to raise the price of the NFT. But I saw some of these NFTs like Bored Ape or even the hundreds, they released theirs.
Yeah.
I mean, some of the prices are insane.
Yeah.
Insane.
But you guys, I saw the title of the episode, like everything's fake or something. Is that what you were talking about? It's like how all this stuff is like kind of.
Well, there was mainly the high school football game that was
Bishop
fake.
Sycamore, that was fake. NFTs, is it real or not?
The Jake
Were
Paul
you talking
fight.
about NFTs?
Yeah, we talked a ton of.
Because I mean, I already got it out, but it just feels that way. And it's all that anyone's talking about. Any of my friends I know, everyone's got like an NFT thing, I just hired 3 people. Blah, blah, blah.
Everyone's hiring people for NFTs. Yeah. That is confirmed.
The FOMO for NFTs is like fever pitch.
Between unemployment, NFTs, and crypto, you will not hire anyone under the age of 25 ever again.
Unless you're doing a crypto.
You could sell
NFT.
weed. You could do crypto. Worst case, just go rob a few people down. Worst case.
I don't know why a 22-year-old want to go work for a company.
I mean,
I hope some of you out there still do.
Somewhere.
Some people still like stability.
Yeah.
Some people like.
It's unclear.
Wait, we have a room of them. I mean, how old are all you guys? You guys are all.
I don't know. Jason can edit this if he wants.
Yeah.
He drove me home the other day and told me within 2 years he's gonna be a millionaire.
Wow.
And he wanted to bet me $20, and I was like, if you're a millionaire,
you bet a million.
If you become a millionaire, just give him $20. What's your crypto or NFTs and stuff?
He said it all. He said NFTs, crypto, working here. He's like, I'm gonna figure it out.
Investing, equity somewhere, lots of things.
It's wild, man. It's good for you. Good for you, but shit is fucking crazy.
But that's the difference. Like when I was 21, you're 21?
22, just from
22. I thought about like wealth creation over like a 15-year time span.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's going to take, like hopefully by the time I'm 40, I can, get this.
I think 2 years is the new 15 years.
Yeah.
Like I think that's the way young people see the future. Like 2 years seems like a very long time, plenty of time.
Yeah.
And it's just 2 years is nothing. It's a blink of an eye.
We don't even get to go to Coachella for 2 more years.
But that's a crazy switch of mentality.
Yeah.
Like, I think every one of my friends who's even done really well or not always thought about like by 40, hopefully,
and they
I figured it out.
By the way, that long too.
Exactly.
It took everyone 15 years.
Yes.
But maybe, there's that saying, if you set a week to clean your room, it'll take you a week to clean your room. Give yourself an hour, you'll do it in an hour.
Yeah.
There's also a theory that like in times of crisis and instability, the time horizon of people just shrinks because it's just so hectic that you don't even think about like investing long-term in bonds and 10 years from now, I'll be able to purchase my first home. You just think like, fucking, what's tomorrow? How do I flip this shit?
Yeah. Well, because to be fair, what happens in moments like this, you see the headlines of like, you know, like I saw this picture of Dogecoin millionaire thinks this is the next thing, right?
It's like
Think about talk about how quickly things change. Like Doge is a distant memory.
Yeah.
And in January, February, 8 months ago, that's all we talked about.
What's funny is we were
Think about
bashing
Top Shot.
Bitcoin on our on last episode, and our friend Alex texted us, and he goes, "You guys are a bunch of fucking idiots, just bashing on Bitcoin, saying it's boring." But because we were like, "It's slow. Bitcoin's grandpa now."
Yeah. That's a fair criticism.
Yeah, it's just it's not like he was like, "You can make 2,000x on Bitcoin." And I'm like, "Well, you can make 2,000x
Tomorrow,
on NFT
on a fucking pixelated monkey."
Yes. How much funnier would that be? To be like, man, you really grinded out all these years. How'd you make money? On a pixelated monkey.
Pixelated monkey.
Dinosaur too.
Grinded out all these years. I actually made it all last week.
you know, there's this, it was Warren Buffett's birthday the other day. 91 years old.
He's 91?
Yeah. And he made, it said, which is unbelievable considering what we know his diet is.
Unbelievable.
He made 95% of his wealth after the age of 56. And I'm thinking of this Gen Z when that happens,
No
like
chance.
the richest person. He goes, this guy made all his money from his 19th and 20th birthday.
Yeah.
And then never
If you
did a
tell
damn.
a
Literally
20
from the summer
if
of
you tell-
19 to the fall of 20.
If you tell a 20-year-old it's going to take 10 years for you to be a millionaire, they'll probably like spit at you.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's just who even thinks about that? 10 years?
I do believe there'll be an enormous amount of wealth creation with all these types of things. The problem is like, and this is what happened in 2008. There was like, since basically 2008, there's been nonstop growth.
Mm-hmm.
It's only gone up. At some point, unfortunately, the party stops.
I don't know.
Anand thinks never.
I don't think the party's stopping.
Okay.
I just don't know what drives it. We had a global pandemic. Everything was shut and everything went up.
Terrorism.
You still have this wild shortage. You have companies taking huge losses because of that. You have the most X factors that you could ever have.
Yeah.
Like Live Nation, all-time high stock, I'm pretty sure. Who's going to concerts?
What they have? 3 tours they squeezed out this summer?
What are you talking about? The thing about that, you know why? They're pre-selling shows and they're booking all the revenue. They're making money.
Yeah, but it's not what they were making 2 years ago.
Who knows? Maybe they are. I'm hearing sponsorship dollars for concerts are out of control right now because brand companies just need to deploy capital, and that's where their customer is.
Well, we had someone on the podcast. Let me make sure he said this on the microphone. Yeah, he did. I think that we need to congratulate.
Yeah.
Michael Mente and the entire Revolve family.
Yes.
When he was on the podcast, he talked about they had a lot of cash that they had built up over the pandemic because they couldn't do events and stuff.
Yeah.
They needed to really think big on marketing.
Dropped a bag.
They dropped a bag
Yeah.
over to the Jenner family.
Yes.
Kendall Jenner has been named the creative director of Forward, which is their luxury online retailer.
I love it.
Congratulations.
Congrats, Risa, Michael,
Big.
Mike,
It's such
Gilly, sorry, congrats to you. Leaving you
I'm
out.
sure he was an integral part of
Mitch.
the success of this.
The whole game. I'm sure Gilly.
Poor Gilly. I love you, Gilly.
So yeah, big announcement. Stock got a boost.
Stock got a boost. Home run person.
Oh yeah.
Luxury. Kendall Jenner. And I think for Kendall, it's such a good look because she's obviously entrenched in luxury fashion. This allows her to kind of promote all these brands that are already available on Forward. And I'm sure the amount of eyeballs that went to Forward over the last kind of 48 hours is insane because of her. And I'm sure she's going to have an impact on the brands they carry and the collections they release and the events they do. It's such a big deal. And she's such a global figure, and luxury is global. And where do you think all this NFT money is going? It's not going to the metaverse. It's going right back in
To the
to luxury verse.
verse. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. It's great. It's huge.
It's huge.
And it obviously the message, you know when you get that instant stock pop, the message was received well.
Yeah, they understood it.
Straight line. Up.
Yeah, it was straight.
But good for them. And like Risa posted something yesterday that was like, here's our like upcoming shit. And it's like Kendall, and then it was like a new brand that they're launching that like Emily Ratajkowski's the face of.
Yeah.
And then it was
They did a collaboration with Dundas.
that's what it was.
Yeah.
And then some other thing.
Yeah.
That I don't even
Some
New York
Fashion Week stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean they're up to something.
Yeah, I mean, it's all about staying relevant and staying in front of the customer.
Thank God for Gilly.
And what a great week Kendall had. Last week I saw on TMZ, she was in Italy with her bae, Devin Booker, on a fancy yacht.
Yeah.
Nice.
Just soaking it in the sun.
Collecting
And next
bags.
week, you're a creative director at a major fashion house.
Just collecting the bags.
Yeah.
Good for her.
Good for her. Okay.
Awesome.
Good for everyone.
Yeah.
Let's move on to our final closeout. It is the end of another week. It's fucking September.
Yeah. It's crazy. Time is flying.
Are you shitting me? Like it's almost the holidays. It's almost Black Friday.
It's not almost Black Friday.
Yes, it is.
Christmas is over.
What are you going to be for Halloween?
Oh,
You
yeah.
should be a certified crypto boy. I don't know exactly what the outfit entails. Maybe you shave a Bitcoin bee into your head,
Have
like
an ape
Drake's
on your
heart.
face.
Yeah. Anyway, who's the biggest winner of the last week, D?
I just have to go with NFTs. It's just madness. I mean, I started paying attention to NFTs 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Last Saturday, I watched the Bored Ape drop and the Hundreds drop. I didn't buy anything. I just watched.
Yeah.
And holy shit.
Where are you watching? OpenSea?
On OpenSea. Just seeing people.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm following it on Twitter, like what they paid for things. And
You in Discord yet, or you didn't go that deep?
I'm on 3 Discord chats. I'm in a Telegram chat now.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're living it.
Yeah. I want to know. I want to
Live your
learn.
brand.
But why aren't you putting cash in?
I don't quite get what I'm doing yet.
Doesn't feel safe yet.
And honestly, it's not easy
Got it.
for old people to connect their wallet.
Oh,
And
the whole
just some-
thing.
yeah, the whole process of buying.
It's just like, could you just transfer cash to ETH?
I literally was saying on the
internally.
last episode, if someone put a gun to my head and said you have to buy an ape on Solana, I would be dead.
Yeah, we're old, man. Because I bet you there's probably like a boatload of like 12-year-olds that could do it in a second.
Yeah, exactly. I compared it to like when I tried to get into Fortnite to watch this
Yeah, you're
Travis
right.
Scott concert.
You're
I couldn't.
Yeah, if you couldn't get to Travis Scott, you're not chance you're buying an ape.
That's true. That's true. He's
I'm
just-
like, I'm outside, guys.
he's just
Let
in
me
there
in.
looking around. Where's Travis? Did anyone see Travis?
But just for metrics, OpenSea, which has now become the biggest platform people buying NFTs, $4 billion of transaction value through the existence of the company to end of August. $3 billion of that was in August.
Can you imagine what's
And now they're on a $6 billion run rate, I was told yesterday.
for the month?
Annualized run rate, $6 billion. So they,
No, well, why? What are you talking about? They're doing a $36 billion run rate.
yeah, for the month. You're right.
Yeah, it must be for the month.
Yeah, you're right.
They have a $6 billion run rate for the month.
Yeah.
And you said August was 300 million?
$3 billion. And so $4 billion from existence. Okay.
Yeah.
$3 billion just in August. So it was only $1 billion from whenever it was created.
And 6 run rate for September?
Correct.
Yeah. Yep. All right. Good for them. Good. Shout out to NFTs.
Yeah.
And all the apes and all the punks and all the
Yeah, everyone.
kittens.
I don't understand what's going on, but if you're making millions, sell that shit. Keep a little out there into the ether.
Or just put it back into Ethereum and be safe.
I wish somebody I really trusted, which I guess is hard to really know who to trust in this space, had like a little fund or something.
I know someone starting one.
You gonna put some money in?
I'm gonna find out all the details.
Let me know, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe we throw in there. I just want to trust somebody else to do it and then walk around and talk about how I'm involved and act like I know.
I just do a fund.
I
take a more generalized approach than
we kind of diversify between punks, kittens, and apes.
So if you went
dinosaurs.
this is what I imagine. The Bungalow, which is a bar in Santa Monica, young people, primarily sub 30.
Only talking about apes and kittens.
So in January and February, they were only talking about Doge
Yes.
and meme stocks.
and AMC, GameStop.
yes.
And so now if you went to the Bungalow on a Saturday at 3 p.m., every group's just talking NFTs.
the guys.
Well, the girls are being forced to listen.
Yeah.
Like that meme. I think we said that.
Yeah, yeah, it's the meme.
It's just guys being like, so what you don't get is it's a non-fungible. You can't funge it. No matter how hard you try, it's crazy. You can't funge it. I'm a vodka rebel.
I'm a Funge guy.
Kawhi. That'd be a funny Kawhi meme. Okay, so that's the winner. Anand, who's your winner?
Average Joe's fantasy football time. Just had our first draft yesterday. I'm in 2 leagues.
Oh, yeah.
And us average Joes get to be nerds on sports and follow players and root for them and
Pretty
scream at
jealous
the
of that.
television.
Yeah.
It's great.
I'm jealous of that culture.
It's fun.
Yeah, it's fun.
D won
Funge.
the league that we're in last year, so he's reigning champ.
Reigning champ.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that with like Eric Weiss and the gang?
No, it's with Brian, John.
Oh.
Anthony Saleh, repeat, Anthony Saleh has not paid his last year dues to the champ.
Is he the richest guy in the group?
No,
Well,
there's some real no, there's some really rich people.
There's actually
You should cover for him. That'd be really good.
there are some really rich people in that group.
Got it, okay. So you're the one to beat.
I am the one to beat.
And he got Patty Mahomes.
That's all I care about.
Wow. Okay. Well, good for you guys. I'm very happy and I'm very jealous.
Okay.
My winner only because I missed the episodes where you guys probably talked about it. You got to give the credit where credit's due. Old Jake Paul came out and did what he had to do.
Yeah.
So I don't know where you go from here. Because I will say that fight, it definitely felt like he felt the heat.
Mm-hmm.
So where do you go? Where do you go from here? I don't know. It seems like there might be a world where he could fight Conor McGregor, and I think that would probably be the biggest pay-per-view event in all of history.
You know what? We were talking about this. Conor McGregor hasn't won in a very long time, right?
No.
Since 2016.
Okay. Tyron Woodley hadn't won in a very long time.
Yeah, last 4 fights.
Why does Jake Paul have to win?
But why that goes against
what?
everything you
Why do you have to win?
Why does Jake have to win?
No, I'm just saying, like, everyone's like, he hasn't fought anyone. He would lose if he did. If Jake Paul should go fight. Who's the biggest fighter in the world right now?
Oh yeah,
Canelo?
Yeah.
Okay, go fight Canelo. Lose. It doesn't matter.
You're the one who preached winners win, losers lose.
I'm saying
You
for
just,
Jake
said,
Paul.
you just said the words. I just want to quote.
Yeah.
You said lose. It doesn't matter.
For Jake Paul.
No. Why don't you tell that to Dom?
No.
No.
Well, if he's Jake Paul, then I'd be like, yeah, whatever, go fight Canelo. I don't
Yeah,
give a
you
shit.
did.
You're going to get back either way.
Well, the thing is that, look, this is what happened. Ever since really, and maybe boxing purists, I might mess this up, but really like Mayweather being 50-0 made it like you can't lose in fighting.
Yeah.
Once you lose.
But Conor McGregor proved he loses every time.
Yeah, but Conor McGregor is so entertaining. That's why. But I'll tell you, if Conor McGregor comes back and loses, it is over. He's definitely, if he can even do it, he has to fight Jake Paul after that. But he's just so entertaining, he gets the exception. And look, I mean, you can still lose. I mean, Jake could lose. Like I was saying, Jake could have lost the Tyron fight and he could have trained and hyped it up and had a rematch and won, and that would have still been a good story.
It's crazy.
He can lose, but I just feel like he should really try not to.
All right.
Because losers lose and winners win.
I agree. I mean, Conor McGregor on all account is considered a winner in life.
Yeah.
And he just loses.
Yeah, he just loses and talks a lot. Okay, in that vein, since you're such a big fan of losers,
Yeah.
what loser would you like to celebrate this week?
I'd like to celebrate the losers of Texas.
Yeah, they lost.
They lost. Unfortunately, there is a new a law that went into place regarding abortion, where you cannot have an abortion past 6 weeks.
So did this just like slip through the cracks? Someone forgot to click renew subscription?
I don't know. That's a great question, and I don't know.
And it was struck down by the U.S. Supreme Court. So already got.
But I thought, so I could be, I literally just read like half of a headline, but the way I read it was like as if like it got struck down, but someone like, they didn't follow up on it or something. And so like it went into effect. Like it was something weird like that, I think.
There was a technicality of how it.
Yeah, or maybe I'm completely off. But
Yeah, I haven't really read into it. But what's crazy is how much of the country is still obsessed with shit like this.
Yeah, that's just religion. I mean, it's just
Yeah.
Christianity. It still runs deep.
Yeah, and I think the other challenge now is I don't think it was actually a good move by the Republicans because you kind of were sailing into crushing 2024.
Yeah.
Now you just scared women all across the country.
Yeah.
And you got them, like, people need to be a little more strategic in this day and age, even though it's just Texas. They just kind of enraged.
They're just short-sighted.
Yeah.
It's like Jason. You know, they're like, fuck it, we want abortion done now.
Yeah.
I want to be a millionaire and no more babies getting aborted.
It turns out the Supreme Court actually formally denied the request to stop that from going into effect.
Yeah.
So the 3 liberal judges and Chief Justice John Roberts were in dissent, but everybody else voted to just let it go through.
Yeah. That's Supreme Court.
So it did get voted
They
through.
supported it. Yeah.
Yeah. Supreme Court has.
Okay, I tried to give benefit of the doubt. It didn't work. Okay, well, look, here's my question. Why don't you just drive across state lines?
I think you can. But if you're poor.
Totally. And I'm not trying to
But if you're in the middle of the state,
I'm not trying to be insensitive, but I'm just saying like.
Yeah, it's not going to affect wealthy people. Yeah. The wealthy religious person that wants an abortion that supports this is going to California and getting an abortion.
Yeah. Okay, well, there we go. I mean, hey, terminate progress. You know?
Yeah, I mean that's what they want.
Terminator. Get him in there. Yeah. You know what I mean? Anyone making progress around here? I'll rip it apart. Okay, well there you go, Texas. Anand, who's your loser?
I think all of us, because with climate change, I think Ida is no longer going to be.
It's just
there's an Ida every 6 months or whatever it is. Like we've fucked the planet. And
now it's fucking us.
Fuck us. Yes. And these aren't
That's a good t-shirt.
Yeah. These aren't going to be uncommon. As tragic and as scary as Ida looks, that is the new norm. It's going to ravage like these areas. Like it went to New York City. I never heard of New York City having floods in their subway until yesterday.
Well, they did. It happened. It just wasn't that common. Remember the really bad hurricane in New York like 5 years ago.
Oh, that's right. Sorry, you're right.
So it does happen, but I think it's just getting more common.
Sure, you're right.
But yes, I agree with you. And I think that the future is a world where you got to carry a gun. There's
a raincoat.
There's hurricanes and earthquakes and fucking kids are rich as shit.
Yeah. And it's the perfect time for the metaverse. No one's ever leaving their house again.
Yeah.
Get up, get your NFT, get in the metaverse, put your Oculus on, and that's New World.
Good luck with that, guys.
All right, well, gear up. My loser. Oh man, I hate to do it. I'm a fan.
Okay.
My loser is Joe Rogan.
Wow.
Joe Rogan came down with the COVID.
Big ivermectin guy.
Big ivermectin advocate. So let me explain what happened. I'll tell you exactly why he's my loser. He wasn't vaccinated. That's not why he's my loser. He was relatively outspoken about vaccines. Relatively. It wasn't like don't get vaccinated, but he did say if you're young, healthy, whatever, don't get vaccinated. That's not why he's my loser. He then went and got COVID. Still not why he's my loser. It's because then he came out with a video yesterday or whatever and said, hey guys, I got COVID. And we threw the kitchen sink at it.
Yeah. And he said he felt like really bad.
Really bad the first night. And he said, we threw the kitchen sink at it. I took ivermectin. I took
IVs every day.
IVs every fucking day with some shit that I don't even know what it was. I took monoclonal antibodies. I took everything.
Prednisolone, which is a very high impactful steroid that I'm very familiar with, which you don't take unless it's like super monitored by doctors.
What's so crazy, in your point, he'll take all of those things, which he has no idea what the side effects are, but won't take the vaccine.
Yeah,
so I know for a fact, if you take prednisolone, you have to have your vitals checked like very often. So you're willing to take that rather than...
And what is that doing to your body that you have to do that? But you're worried about the vaccine? Because
correct. How many times did we have to do anything post-vaccine? They just said you might feel like shit for a day and you're good.
I didn't do nothing.
I'm getting a booster, by the way.
Boost me up, because I just heard that fucking Moderna creates twice as many antibodies as Pfizer. Yeah. So here I am with the new Johnson Johnson, making my way through the world at risk. But anyway, this is the reason why he's my loser, is because he did the Trump thing.
Yeah.
And that is that he kind of put people off of getting the vaccine. He said, if you're healthy, you can fight it. Kind of this high horse, I'm healthy. Why aren't we telling more people to lose weight? And then when he got it, he went and did a bunch of shit that your average person cannot do.
Yeah. Not only cannot do, It's not proven his little medical cocktail works.
At all. But at least you got to try everything. If you say that shit and you tell people what to do, you should have to do what they would have to do. So if you get COVID, you just fucking
You
suffer
go to
through it.
CVS.
You get water and Tylenol.
Yeah.
Because what do you?
He basically took
I
fair,
think the way he described it, had he not had the best, I don't even want to say the best, had he not got lucky that this little stupid potion he put together worked, he might have gone to the hospital.
Yeah.
It sounded pretty bad.
Yeah. Plus, I wouldn't even say necessarily. I mean, I hope he's great, but like, it sounds like he just got the first little bit of clarity. I mean, we know a lot of people who have had COVID who like, you feel a little bit better, you feel a bit worse. You're not completely out of the woods yet.
And what's scary is the comments. If you look at the comments, it's 99% positive.
Well, yeah, but also if you look at the comments, like if Joe Rogan was trending last night, if you look at those comments, it's all that. It's like, you fucking want to take horseworm pills, you fucking horse. Hope you
It's
die,
highly
Joe.
irresponsible.
It's very irresponsible. And it's just not. It's just,
Regardless of your view on the vaccine, it's irresponsible to say that.
yes, and the thing that gets me is I believe in this too. He was very outspoken about, for instance, people like Gavin Newsom who said to do one thing and then did another. And that's what he did.
Yes, exactly what he did.
You can't
Because
do the
all he
rich
did
guy
was
shit.
say that all he said on his podcast the whole time was lose weight and get vitamin D.
Yeah.
That's all he said.
Yeah. And sort of played this like, I'm healthy, you should be healthy. The vaccine is free and accessible to everyone.
Yes.
All that other shit is not. Anyway, Joe, you let me down.
Do you think it has
I'm not eating elk ever
any
again.
backlash? Does he sustain zero?
Zero. Because all it really did was put him just super in the news. And then what's going to happen is he's going to come out with his next podcast talking about how he got COVID. It'll be probably the biggest episode ever.
Yeah. And then he's
And
going to
then
talk
he'll do
about
episodes about what happened, what
Yeah.
happened with the ivermectin, and what
Yeah.
happened with the...
He's gonna, and then he does a thing. I'm an idiot. Why does anyone listen to me?
Yeah.
He does that
Okay,
stupid
you're a
act.
fucking idiot then.
He says that all the time. Anytime he gets public backlash.
Yeah. Look, I still think he's really great, but he misplayed that one. It was very Trumpy.
All right.
Okay, what about... so that was all of our losers. What's our content recommendations?
Go ahead.
I got two.
One better start with a C.
Well, one is not the album.
You're not. I don't think you're all in. I think you're on the
mean-
fence. I think you're going to drive home. Guess who's going to jail tonight?
The Babies verse.
yeah. That's your favorite part, isn't it?
I have two things. Last week we saw a little bit of it. This week, full first weekend of college football. Big weekend. I love college football. Huge fan. Ivermectin and some college football.
Nothing like it. Good cocktail, some monoclonal.
And then, which we're going to have on the podcast. He unfortunately had to cancel, but Greg Goodfried, who's the manager of the D'Amelios, president of their company,
Coming on?
he's going to come on. And
The guy
there's-
who left UTA.
Yes.
Ah.
And
Oh,
his Hulu show comes out today.
wow.
I'm going to watch it.
You're going to watch it?
Yeah.
So you're pulling out the popcorn, everything. You're going all in on D'Amelios.
Yes. I want to see what's going on in that house.
Curious.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting. Okay.
I want to see if they pull off the Kardashian.
No, that's the Ray family.
Okay.
I'm long on the Rays.
Okay.
Anand.
Content. I brought it up, I think, a few weeks ago.
CLB.
That I was going to, I mean, of course, Drake's album. That's an obvious content
Got it.
recommendation.
Got it.
I am on the Instagram feed. Do I need to repeat that?
Yeah.
Drake's, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Drake.
Got it.
I finished White Lotus. It's incredible.
Yeah.
I watched
I
an
gotta- I
episode
gotta
or
watch
two.
it. Kareem was watching. She loved it.
Yeah. It's
But
great.
I heard the ending was a little underwhelming. No spoilers.
No spoilers. The ending was fine. And I heard a podcast that it sounds like they're going to do a season 2 with new cast, new city.
I gotta watch it because everyone really like. It definitely sounds like it's worth watching. From everyone I've ever heard.
I think it's one size fits all. Doesn't matter what you're into. You'll enjoy it.
Okay, here's mine. And on it, I gotta be honest. I'm a little disappointed you didn't mention it. Sunday night,
Ooh, you're right.
Billions is back.
Wow.
That's huge.
Yes.
I think Billions might be my favorite show that is currently like,
Not
running-
Succession.
running. I like Billions more than Succession. I like Succession, but Billions is better.
Okay.
What guest appearances are we going to get? Celebrity guest appearances. They're big on that.
Travis Kalanick.
Wow.
Deep fucking value. That'd be the real shit.
Oh.
It would be so cool if they did something like that. But because
Vlad.
apparently, Vlad.
I was in a group chat and
Bobby Axelrod goes, let's get me the biggest scammer you know.
Yeah.
Vlad shows up.
Yeah, with his hair on a Zoom.
a friend in our fantasy football chat posted deep fucking value. And then someone's like, who is that, Vlad? And then posted Vlad. They look identical.
Yes.
So are we getting
We might be getting
duped?
bamboozled.
He's both.
Same guy.
Yeah.
I've only seen him on Zooms. One's in the basement, one's in the living room. Yeah, I don't know. It's going to be big, but I think this is also a continuation of like the last season. I think they took a hiatus and then COVID happened.
Oh yeah, that's right. They never finished it.
And Paul Giamatti looks kind of crazy. I saw the trailer. He looks like I don't know, maybe he lost a lot of weight or something. Anyway, really excited, and
I gotta watch then the couple episodes. I have no idea what's going on.
I know I started watching old ones to catch back up.
I probably need to do that too.
Yeah.
And the other fun thing about White Lotus, it was filmed at the Four Seasons Maui. So I don't know if you've ever been there.
Oh, yeah.
You recognize the whole thing.
Oh, I love that place.
I was watching it and I didn't even recognize that.
Yeah.
That's great.
All right, well there you have it. Lots of content this weekend. We're action packed.
Yep.
So choose your lane, and we will see you guys on Sunday.
All right. Do we have any shout outs?
We do. We have a shout out from Alex Romero. He says, hey guys, a longtime listener of the greatest pod on earth.
Woo!
If this goes as planned, I'll be listening to the episode on my drive from LA to Santa Cruz. I'm relocating after getting the green light to permanently work from home as a graphic designer and marketer for a private real estate and tech company.
Nice.
Sitting next to me is Vivian, long-term girlfriend and partner who moved to LA with me so I could go to school. She left everything behind to chase this dream with me I had of being a designer and stuck around when I was making nothing. 6 years later, we're finally moving back home to reunite with old friends and family and chase new dreams. Shout out to you, Vivian, for always being by my side and believing in me. And also, shout out to Group Chat. This podcast was a part of that journey. You guys taught me how to be smarter with my finances, how to invest in both the market and personal self. Thanks for giving me the knowledge to fund this big move and not stress about how to pay for it. # funded by Group Chat Pod.
Wow.
That's a great shout out.
Nice work. And
Congrats on the move.
yeah. and
Best of
sounds
luck.
like you have a great significant other. So best of luck in Santa Cruz. I've never been to Santa Cruz. It's pretty crazy.
What?
Yeah.
I haven't either.
What?
Yeah.
Wait, the pier? You guys never...
What pier?
Santa Cruz, there's like the pier, the what's it called? The
You're a big Santa Cruz
boardwalk,
guy, huh?
the step boardwalk. No, I don't know. You go to San Francisco, you do a little trip down there.
How
It's
far
fun.
is it from San Francisco?
It's like an hour drive.
Oh, I've been. I've definitely been for a party when I was
Okay.
in my early 20s.
There you go. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
All right. Maybe I'll come out there one day.
Beautiful.
All right. I guess we are finito, right? Do we have any
Yep.
other shout outs?
Not so. Or Tim? No.
All right, everyone. Have a great weekend and enjoy the Drake album.
Peace.
Bye.